And very nice. So how many of you are interested in coming offline the Tuesday, Thursday? Or is it possible
Yeah,
for you to
sir.
come on?
Sir, it's
No,
not
the
possible
question.
for me.
Sir, I'm interested, but the institute is too far.
Yeah, I know. Those who's not possible, it's okay.
Sir, it's
My
not
question was,
convenient actually.
yes. No, my question was something else. Let me complete the question. So just like chemistry sir is doing this Tuesday, Thursday with weekend batch, can we do also the same in physics? Because weekend timing is also the same, 4 to 5:30. Give it a thought and update, not right now, maybe later on. So 4 to 5:30 on Saturday, Sunday, and Friday, as usual, we are doing the practice session and the questions. Is it possible that all of you can attend the class on Saturday, Sunday? If possible, then that Friday problem will also be sorted out, because
So,
anyways, you guys are doing class together. Yes?
so to clarify, you're shifting the Tuesday, Thursday batch to weekend.
Not shifting, merging them together, because
Uh,
anyways, we are having class on
okay. So instead of
combined
Tuesday
class
and
on
Thursday,
Friday.
we'll have our classes on the weekend.
This is a question, proposition I'm giving. If it is possible, it will save 1 day, so we can utilize Tuesday and Thursday for having advanced classes or extra doubt classes. Because as of now, you are also packed, I am also packed. So this was initiated by chemistry research. So I also want to just check if it is possible. We can utilize Tuesday, Thursday for a little advanced preparation, starting this month only, or maybe after your first term exam. Right, because Saturday Sunday evening I usually take. Last year I Saturday Sunday like late night 8:30 or 8 to 9:30 I usually take the advanced classes. But since Saturday Sunday already you are little packed, this will be not a very good idea, I guess, especially when it will be offline. This
Yes,
classes I
some of us
started.
have duties on the Monday.
Abida?
So some of us will have duties on Monday as well.
No, that will always be there. So who says that for Monday you have to prepare only on Sunday? That's a very childish thought. For Monday, you just prepare it on the coming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah,
अगर संडे
advance.
को भूल गए तो
ऐसे थोड़ी होता है यार, भूल गए अभी तो एक दो बुक है, एक दो चैप्टर कर ले तो in my IIT end semester same day there are 3 exams. That is end semester exam. 3 exams, morning, afternoon and evening session, and they deliberately do this to filter out who are able to handle the pressure. It was not mid-sem. One subject means at least 6 to 7 books. So you cannot do that. Whatever you do is not possible for you to even turn all the pages. So that crash course style study is not a very good idea. That Monday exam, okay, only Sunday night I will study.
So
That's not the.
if we switch to the weekend, will we have classes on Tuesday, Thursday as well?
We will utilize that class. There will be another type of class for this separate group or few students, maybe not all of you.
Okay.
Those who will be interested. That's what I suggested, because advanced this time slot will not be a good idea. So I am thinking of keeping one of the 2 slots of Tuesday, Thursday for the advanced. Plus I wrote this word also, the Irodov. There is a book called Irodov in physics. That is some problems of Irodov we solve for advanced, not all of it. So that portion is as of now we haven't done yet, because it is just the syllabus completion and all. So advanced preparation I want to start at least maybe once a week, if not both the days. One of the day we should be starting the feeling of advanced. JEE advanced. Advanced means I'm talking about the JEE advanced. It is not mandatory. I will also not allow everyone to come in this batch. That is one option I was creating for the advanced group. Okay, so anyways, take your time and then decide if what are the challenges if you shift it to weekend. We are in a democracy. We will have a discussion. It's not that I am announcing it. Okay, Ampere's law, we derived solenoid, toroid, and all those things, and then we did magnetic forces on the charged particle. So first logic that we use, why there will be a magnetic force in any case. So if there is an existing magnetic field, and there is another source of magnetic field entered into that region. The source of magnetic field is moving charge or a current carrying wire. For magnetic force on moving charge in external uniform magnetic field, this topic we started last class. Again, a quick revision. Uniform magnetic field, in the direction of magnetic field, if there is another magnetic field produced by the charge, it will apply force on each other. So when a charged particle moving with velocity v entered at an angle theta with respect to magnetic field, v cos theta and v sin theta. V cos theta is that parallel component that cannot produce magnetic field in the direction of external field. So it was only because of v sin theta, that perpendicular component. Radha, you have done this topic also?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we can quickly jump to the portion where we have to start. Force on the charged particle is given as qvb sin theta, and in vector form we write it as b cross p. डायरेक्शन के लिए हमने कुछ कई सारे केसेस देखे थे लास्ट क्लास ऑन द बोर्ड, सो आई होप यू रिमेंबर दैट. To find the direction, we have Fleming's left-hand rule, one of the method. We use first
Sir,
three
can you
fingers.
move to the previous page?
तो ये सब लिखा है बेटे लास्ट क्लास में. It's just your memory refreshment. It's not like a new topic I am doing. I have just written the topics that we have covered in this chapter, Bauer-Savart law, and then there are many applications of that, Ampere's law, and there are many applications of it. Now we started the magnetic force. This will be the last topic we did in class. There is no need to copy. You can just see in your notes it is there or not. In the Fleming's left-hand rule, we start with the index finger. It should be in magnetic field direction. Middle finger should be velocity of positive charge, or it should be opposite to the velocity of negative charge. Then thumb points the magnetic force. That is the Fleming's left-hand rule, and by using the Fleming's left-hand rule, we calculate the force. Correct. So force acting on the charged particle, let's take one example. Maybe this is the magnetic field going into the plane. Whereas you have to give this answer. There is a negative charge moving upwards. What is the direction of force on it?
So
Apply the
mean,
left-hand rule.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'm there. I answered. So by
You answered. Which direction it is?
sir, it will be going into the plane.
Magnetic field is into the plane already. The charged particle, negative charged particle is going up. What is the direction of force on it? Aradhya, what is the direction of force? Can you tell?
To the left.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, also.
No, let Aradhya.
To the left.
Okay, I think you missed this part. This is a positive charge only, but here it is not positive, no? It's negative. So we'll use the middle finger opposite.
Okay, sir.
Magnetic field is into the plane, so your index finger should be pointing into the plane, but middle finger should be downwards because it is a negative charge velocity. This is not a positive charge velocity, and by that, the force will come towards right. So you'll also have to see whether the charge is positive or charge is negative. If it is a positive charge, you'll have to place your middle finger in the direction of velocity. If it is a negative charge, you have to place it opposite to the velocity. Perfect. Right. So we have done many cases. So again, I'm not wasting time on it. Then we started the motion of charged particle in the external magnetic field. Motion of charged particle in external magnetic field. The conclusion that we had drawn from the mathematical formula, since force is Q into V cross B, and cross product is always perpendicular to the both the vector. Force is going to be perpendicular to velocity, acceleration is going to be perpendicular to velocity, and work done is zero. By this magnetic force, work done is zero, speed remains constant, kinetic energy remains constant. So all these conditions satisfied by only a uniform circular motion. What are the condition? During the motion, speed is constant, but velocity is not constant. Why? Because there is a force. There is a force means there is a acceleration. Circular motion में centripetal acceleration होता है center की तरफ. That is always perpendicular to velocity. Work done will be zero. Speed will remain constant, but velocity will be changing because of change in the direction. Right? So work done is zero. Work done zero means kinetic energy constant. Kinetic energy constant means speed constant. So a charged particle when enters perpendicular to magnetic field. If a charged particle enters perpendicularly, it performs uniform circular motion. Okay. So this is just a recap of what we had done. I think we derived the time period also. So if the magnetic field is into the plane, there are two possible cases. Charged particle move कर रहा था पहले से, and then in the entire region we applied a magnetic field. Then it will be yes. What is the direction of force here on this charged particle? What is the direction of force? Okay, right. Kanan, what is the direction of force on this particle? Use left hand, find the direction of force on this particle. Start with the index finger, magnetic field अंदर की तरफ है और velocity right side में. Find the direction of thumb. Kanan. Rudra, what is the direction of force here? Rudra. What is the direction of force? Rudra. V cross B कर लो यार. राइट साइड में वेलोसिटी है, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड अंदर की तरफ है. V cross B करेंगे तो थंब ऊपर की तरफ आ जाएगा और you can use the left hand rule. So this particle is performing a circle motion at a complete circle. It will be in anti-clockwise direction like this. It will be performing a circular motion. Force acting on this particle is QVB sine theta. Theta here is 90 degrees since this particle has entered perpendicular to the magnetic field. This force provides required centripetal force. Circle पे move करने के लिए centripetal force must है. And the centripetal force will be provided by this magnetic force only. mv square by r is equal to qvb. So the radius formula is mv by qb. M is mass, v is the velocity or speed. So we can again express this mass into velocity as momentum upon qb. Momentum can be written in terms of kinetic energy, root 2 mk by qb. And it is possible that charged particle acquired kinetic energy before entering with some potential difference. इसमें v क्या है? Speed है, velocity. P is linear momentum of this particle when it entered into the magnetic field, and K is the kinetic energy with which the charged particle entered into the magnetic field. V small v is velocity or speed of the charged particle. So any of these three formula can be used. Now suppose the magnetic field exists only on the right side of this boundary. Charged particle was at rest initially and it was accelerated by applying a potential of V. If we used potential V to accelerate this charged particle से work done होगा और work done से इसके पास आ जाएगी energy, and that energy will be the kinetic energy that has been acquired by this particle will be equal to work done, and work done will be Q into V. Kinetic energy कहाँ से आई? पहले ये रेस्ट में था, हमने V वोल्ट का पोटेंशियल लगाया, that V volt potential does some work done is QV, and work done is equal to increase in kinetic energy. So one more formula that we can write here is in terms of accelerating potential, but वो तब जब इंटर करने के पहले हमने इस चार्ज पार्टिकल को V वोल्ट के पोटेंशियल से एक्सेलरेट किया है. In the first formula, small v is the speed. In the last formula, capital V is the accelerating potential of this charged particle. Any of these formula can be used for the radius calculation. When charged particle entered perpendicularly, it will move on a circular motion with constant speed. It will perform uniform circular motion, and that can be calculated with the help of this formula. Next thing we did was time period. So ये जो circle है, circle की radius, since it is performing a uniform circular motion, speed is constant. The time taken to complete or the time period of this uniform circular motion is 2 pi r by v. Radius we have already calculated, mv by qb divided by v. V gone, so 2 pi m divided by qb is the time period. Time period of this entire journey is 2 pi m by qb. So one thing that we can notice in this formula, V got cancelled out. Means the time taken to complete one rotation does not depend upon speed, it depends upon mass and charge and magnetic field. So if there is an electron coming with any speed, whether it is coming from 1 meter per second or it is coming with 100 meter per second, it is going to take the same time to complete one rotation. The only difference will be the size of the circle that it covers or the radius of the circle. Greater speed means bigger circle, bigger radius. Correct. So I think this much portion we had already covered. Just a recap of. So इसमें questions कर लेते हैं. Questions when we have to find, suppose there are 3 particles. Find the ratio of radii of proton, deuteron, and alpha particle in perpendicular magnetic field. So magnetic field is also constant when they enter with first option same speed. If all these 3 particles are entering with same speed, what will be the ratio of their radii? Did we do this question last class or no?
No, sir, we did not.
No. Okay. They entered with same momentum. Third, when they enter with same kinetic energy, or when they entered with after acceleration by the same potential. By the same potential. They have been accelerated by this. So all the 3 cases, we have to use a different formula. The answer will be different. So पहले तो हम proton, deuteron और alpha particles समझते हैं. How are they different? Proton is protium and deuterium, tritium. There are 3 different isotopes of hydrogen. Last में ON कब लग जाता है? When an atom converts into its nucleus. हाइड्रोजन में एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल दो तो जो बचेगा दैट इज प्रोटॉन. ड्यूटेरियम में से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल देंगे जो बचेगा दैट इज न्यूट्रॉन. सो वन थिंग इज दैट दिस इज ओनली द न्यूक्लियस. अल्फा पार्टिकल वी नो दैट इज इट इज हीलियम न्यूक्लियस. प्रोटॉन पे जो चार्ज है दैट इज m, सॉरी चार्ज इज e. न्यूट्रॉन पे भी सेम चार्ज e बट अल्फा पार्टिकल पे चार्ज 2e. Mass of proton is m, mass of neutron is 2m, and mass of alpha particle is 4m. So this is the relative charge and mass. Now we can use that to find out the ratio of the radii produced. अगर पार्टिकल सेम स्पीड से एंटर करते हैं तो हम कौन सा वाला फॉर्मूला यूज करेंगे, mv by qb. q तो पता है हमें, मतलब mass and q, b is constant. So when charged particle enters with same speed, so हम speed वाले टर्म में जो फॉर्मूला था we will use that formula, r is equal to mv by qb. स्पीड सेम है, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड सेम है, क्योंकि सेम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है, then for same speed radius will come proportional to m by q. Radius of proton, radius of neutron to radius of alpha particle. Proton का mass m, charge is e. Neutron mass is 2m, charge is e. Alpha particle mass is 4m and charge is 2e. Ratio कितना आया, 1:2:2. When they are moving with the same speed, the ratio of the radii is 1:2:2. Second case, understood how we are choosing the formula. The quantity
Yes, sir.
which is given as same, v same है और b मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की सेम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में एंटर कर रहे हैं, so that is going to be proportional to m by q. Second case, when they entered with same momentum, so proton, neutron and alpha particle, they all have same momentum. So if they are entering with same momentum, we use that formula, r is equal to p by qb. p सबके लिए same है, q सबके लिए same है, so r is just inversely proportional to the charge of that particle. Ratio of proton to neutron to alpha particle, 1 by e, 1 by e, 1 by 2e. 2:2:1. Third, if they are entering with same kinetic energy, if they are entering with same kinetic energy, r is equal to √2mk divided by qb. So on what factor it depends? It is proportional to root of m divided by q. The radius of proton, neutron and alpha particle, root m by e, root 2m by e and root of 4m by 2e. कितना आएगा रेशियो ये, 1 to √2 to how much, 1
1.
1 is to √2 is to 1. When they entered with same kinetic energy, k is same, magnetic field is same, so ये ऊपर root m का proportionality और नीचे inversely proportional to q, so that is proportional to root m by q, right? Kanan,
यस सर.
अच्छा अभी आवाज आ
सर
गई, very
एक
nice.
बार सर एक बार आप पीछे वाला स्लाइड पे कर दो.
पीछे वाला स्लाइड दिखा देता हूँ मैं, और पीछे
नहीं सर, हो गया, बस एक टॉपिक वो रह गया था. डन सर.
done, very nice. चौथा बचा हुआ है, if they are accelerating with the same potential. So if they entered after being accelerated with the same potential, number fourth one, after accelerated with same potential. So if they are entered with the same potential, क्या होगा फिर? रेडियस का फॉर्मूला है √2m/QV डिवाइडेड बाय QB. V सेम है, तो ऊपर की तरफ आ गया √m और नीचे वाले Q को भी रूट में अंदर ले आओगे तो Q² ऊपर वाले Q से कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. There is one Q in the root in the numerator and Q is in the denominator. So when you divide it, it becomes m/Q. Right? A proton, neutron or alpha particle का radius ratio, that's root of m/e, 2m/e, 4m/2e. 1 is to √2 is to √2. That is the ratio. This question has been asked. One part of it have been asked many times. Any one of the thing. So radius निकालने के लिए हमें वो वाला फॉर्मूला यूज करना है जिसको यूज करके हम कैलकुलेट कर सकें that which part is changing. Right? Very nice. अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next part of this motion of charged particle is when charged particle entered perpendicularly. अगर वो बाहर से एंट्री कर रहा है किसी भी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में, then it will come out. It is not possible to complete the whole circle, and then we define angle of deviation, the angle by which magnetic field has deviated the charged particle, the angle between incident direction and the emergent direction from the magnetic field. So there are many cases. First, when charged particle, so ये इसी का एग्जांपल है, मतलब इसी के अंडर में है. चार्ज पार्टिकल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के तो परपेंडिकुलर है ही. When charged particle enters perpendicular to the boundary of magnetic field, it is perpendicular to magnetic field but just line पे perpendicular to boundary of magnetic field. It is also perpendicular to the boundary of magnetic field. That's it. That means suppose this is the boundary. इसके right side में magnetic field है. Right side is magnetic field. Left side से कोई charged particle enter कर रहा है by some velocity. So if charged particle enters into it, what will be the angle of deviation? How much time it will take to come out from the magnetic field? These type of questions. Right? So when it enters, what is the direction of force on it? Mehir, this charged particle पे when it enters into this magnetic field, what is the direction of force? Mehir, magnetic field is cross, so magnetic field अंदर की तरफ है, velocity right side में, and now it is a positive charge only. So what will be the direction of magnetic force on this?
Upward.
Yep. Upwards. Upwards. Magnetic force ऊपर की तरफ लग रहा है. Force लगता है हमेशा सर्कल के सेंटर की तरफ. So which means it starts moving upwards. लेकिन ये मैक्सिमम कितना मूव कर सकता है? सेमी सर्कल. To make a semi circle. बट इसकी कंडीशन क्या है कि जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड रीजन की थिकनेस है, let's say magnetic field is up to this between these two line only, if that is greater than radius, अगर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की थिकनेस उसकी रेडियस से ज्यादा है तो चार्ज पार्टिकल अंदर जाएगा, सेमी सर्कल बनाएगा और बना के वापस अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में निकल आएगा. चार्ज पार्टिकल performs semi circle and it will come out in exactly opposite direction. So this is the first case when it is if D is greater than or equal to R, then angle of deviation, it is clear from the diagram only. D अगर R से बड़ा है तो ये सेमी सर्कल पूरा complete हो जाएगा, and the angle of deviation will be exactly 180 degrees since it is reversed in direction. अब इसमें डायग्राम से क्लियर है, इसमें कुछ लिखने की स्पेसिफाई करने की जरूरत है नहीं, आई थिंक, राइट? अगर ये पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव चार्ज होता तो ऊपर की जगह पे नीचे की तरफ आता, बस उतना डिफरेंस होता. अगेन इट वुड हैव कम आउट एग्जैक्टली इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन. सो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड कैन बी यूज्ड टू रिवर्स द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द वेलोसिटी ऑफ अ चार्ज पार्टिकल. हाउ मच टाइम विल इट टेक टू कम आउट? कितना टाइम लगेगा बाहर आने में? So it is a semicircle, so it will be exactly half time taken to complete a semicircle.
So pi m by qb.
Pi m by qb. So time taken to come out of this magnetic field will be pi m by qb, or which is t by 2. So since it is moving with a constant speed, जिस ratio में length change होगा उसी ratio में time taken will also change. Second scenario, when suppose charged particle entered, but the magnetic field is only in a very limited space, it's not greater than R, it is less than or equal to R. It is less than R, not even equal to. Correct? So, next case is if D is less than R. If the width of magnetic field region is less than R, then what will happen? Rahul? Magnetic field is into the plane and a charged particle enters with certain velocity perpendicular to the boundary, but the magnetic field width is very less. D is less than R. This circle to complete hoga nahi. It will perform a circular arc. It will perform a circular arc, and magnetic field is gone. There's no magnetic field beyond this point. So now it will continue in this direction. So if entered along x direction, it will be moving on a circular arc. It will make a circular arc. It will come out from the other side at an angle theta from the initial direction. So angle of deviation is this theta that we have to find out. बट समझ में आ रहा है, ये सेमी सर्कल कंप्लीट नहीं होगा उसके पहले ही मैग्नेटिक फील्ड खत्म हो गई. सो नाउ फोर्स ऊपर की तरफ था एंड इट इज ऑलवेज टुवर्ड द सेंटर. सो लेट्स से O इज द सेंटर ऑफ सर्कल. R. This R is the radius. Here R is the radius because this is a circular arc. और हमें कैलकुलेट करना है ये कितने एंगल से चार्ज पार्टिकल डेविएट हुआ है और कितना टाइम लगेगा इसको चार्ज पार्टिकल से बाहर निकलने में. Aradhya, you getting any doubt till now?
So,
Okay. This angle is how much? ये हम ज्योमेट्री से कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. Theta 90, 90 minus theta 90, so this angle becomes theta. That's a simple geometry. Outside angle is theta 90, so inside will become 90 minus theta. And since this width is D and hypotenuse is R. So if we apply this, if we use this right angle triangle, sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. D हमें पता है, radius का हमें formula पता है, mv upon qb. So if charged particle passes through a small thickness of magnetic field region of thickness D, the angle of deviation that it will suffer or the path of this particle will be deviated by an angle sine inverse d by r. We can substitute r as mv by qb. Sine inverse qbd by mv, or tan sine inverse d by r. This is the angle by which the charged particle will be deviated with respect to the initial direction. Now, ये तो angle of deviation आ गया समझ में, clear? This is clear how the angle of deviation is calculated.
Can't we get it differently, like the way we used to do it for an electric field?
But your voice is little low. Come again.
So can we do this differently? जैसे हम electric field में करते थे कि we would get the time and we'll get the first time acceleration and then we'll find horizontal and vertical velocity and उनका ratio ले
No, but
लेंगे.
here the speed is always constant, na? We don't need that. Here,
Okay.
in electric field, the only x component of velocity remains constant. Here, the overall speed always remains constant, so we can apply that concept of normal uniform circular motion.
Okay, sir.
Electric field में the logic was one of the component remains constant throughout the journey, the other component changes with time, or same tan theta as vy by vx करके calculate करते थे. This is just a circle. And a circle, by what angle it has rotated, हमने triangle use करके sin theta is equal to d by r. When we have to find time taken, when you have to find the time taken to reach, or let's say time taken to cross, now we will use this logic. Time taken to cross the magnetic field or time taken from A to B, whatever. पूरे circle को complete करने में एक time period लगता है. This portion it will cover theta by 2 pi into total time period. जिस रेशियो में लेंथ डिवाइड हो रही है उसी रेशियो में टाइम डिवाइड होगा, because anyways speed is constant. Time taken to cross this magnetic field or come out of this magnetic field is theta by 2 pi times 2 pi m by qb. So the angle theta we have already calculated. 2 pi cancel हो जाएगा. Theta को लेंगे रेडियन में. Will be the time taken to cross this magnetic field. I hope you followed it. अगर मैग्नेटिक फील्ड बहुत बड़े रीजन में है तो चार्ज पार्टिकल अंदर जाएगा, सेमी सर्कल बनाएगा और अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में बाहर आ जाएगा, एग्जैक्टली इन हाफ टाइम पीरियड. इफ दैट थिकनेस इज स्मॉल इनफ, magnetic field is only in between these two lines, which will be the thickness of d. Charge particle goes in, it exerts force. Because of that, it started moving on a circular path, but magnetic field is gone. There's no magnetic field beyond this line. Since there is no magnetic field, that means now the charged particle will not have any force. It will continue moving along this straight line after coming out of the magnetic field region. It has deviated from its initial direction by an angle theta, and the time taken will be theta by 2 pi times total time period. Yes. Any doubt in this part? Bharat? Mr. Bharat,
Yes, sir.
you
Sir,
connected?
I'm present. Sir, I'm connected.
अच्छा, समझ आ रहा है?
Ah, sir. I take in-class notes. That's why I'm able to understand.
Okay, very good. Now the third case, charged particle is entering into the magnetic field perpendicularly, but not perpendicular to the boundary. Charged particle is entering into the magnetic field region, but now it's not perpendicular to the boundary. It is perpendicular to magnetic field. The same first case, charged particle entered perpendicular to magnetic field, but yeah, so that is the third case. when charged particle enters at an angle alpha. When charged particle enters at angle alpha with boundary of किसी angle पे I just took that angle to be alpha with boundary of magnetic field. Okay. Means this is the magnetic field boundary line. इसके right side में magnetic field है. पहले चार्ज पार्टिकल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के परपेंडिकुलर और बाउंड्री के भी परपेंडिकुलर एंटर कर रहा था. नाउ द चार्ज पार्टिकल इज एंटरिंग एट एन एंगल. चार्ज पार्टिकल इज एंटरिंग एट एन एंगल अल्फा. सो व्हेन इट गोज इन, it's making an angle alpha with the boundary of this magnetic field. Find the angle of deviation, find the time taken to cross, and yeah, that's it. Time taken to come out of this magnetic field region, and we have to find how much time is taken to what is the angle of deviation. Right. Situation understood?
Yes, sir.
Charged particle is entering into the magnetic field region, and now it is at an angle alpha with the boundary of magnetic field. In which direction the magnetic field is acting? Sorry, magnetic force will be acting. Magnetic force किस direction में लग रहा होगा? So if you use again left hand rule, first finger अंदर की तरफ, magnetic field is velocity is towards this red line. Force will come perpendicular to it, right?
Yes, sir.
And we know that it is going to follow a circular path, और circle पे force होता है center की तरफ, so it will be making a circular arc with this F is pointing toward the center of the circle. That is O.
Sir,
And
can
it
you
is
please
coming
let me
out.
take this down?
हाँ बेटा.
Sir, can you please let me take this?
Let me.
Take all of this down in my notebook in class notes.
First understand, then I'll give you time. Don't worry. No, because pen and brain both doesn't work simultaneously for many of the. So first understand what's going on, then I'll give you time. Don't worry. To copy, then your brain will be involved in copying. Charged particle, when it enters at an angle alpha. There is a magnetic force perpendicular to that, which will be towards the center of the circle. This is following that circular arc. If it entered at point P, it will come out. It is coming out from point Q. P से entry और Q से बाहर. Done. So we have to figure out what is the angle. कौन से angle हमें बताने? एक तो we need to find out this angle. ये emergent है, and this is the incident. इन दोनों के बीच का एंगल कितना है? That angle we have to calculate. And so जब ये पार्टिकल अल्फा के एंगल पे अंदर जा रहा है, this is 90, and it become 90 minus alpha. Since both will be equal, the radius, it also become 90 minus alpha, 90 and alpha. So अगर ये चार्ज पार्टिकल मैग्नेटिक फील्ड से अल्फा एंगल पे अंदर जाता है, the charge particle come out at an angle of alpha only. The charged particle comes out at an angle alpha. फ्रॉम द बाउंड्री। तो जितने एंगल पे अंदर गया था उतने एंगल पे बाहर आ रहा है, ये हमने यूज कर लिया ज्योमेट्री से। एंड नाउ वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट दिस एंगल, दैट्स एंगल ऑफ डेविएशन। just give me a sec.
So will it be 90 minus alpha?
Yeah, sorry, it was some important call, I had to take it. Okay, कुछ कह रहे थे आप अर्नव? अर्नव,
Yes, sir.
you were asking something actually, I was on call, I couldn't.
So I asked if the angle of deviation would be 90 minus alpha.
Again, speak a little louder, I'm not getting your voice.
So I asked if the angle of deviation would be 90 minus alpha.
No, it won't be 90 minus alpha. I'll make a bigger diagram maybe to make it more clear. The charged particle entered at an angle alpha. It is moving on a circular arc and it came out again at an angle alpha only. This angle alpha, this will be angle alpha, that is clear.
Yes, sir.
The other side it will be angle alpha only by using the geometry 90 minus alpha, 90 minus alpha, 90, so it will be alpha again. Now this is the emergent direction, this is the incident direction. Angle between them is called angle of deviation. Alpha, what will be this angle, Arnav?
That will also be alpha because vertically
That will
opposite
also be
angle.
alpha by the vertically opposite angle. This will also be alpha.
Yes, sir.
Then what will be delta?
The delta would be 2 alpha.
2 alpha. So angle of deviation here is 2 alpha. If charged particle entered at an angle alpha with the boundary, it will come out also at an angle alpha to the boundary. And angle of deviation caused by the magnetic field will be 2 alpha.
I actually thought the figure you made was a square, so I just extended lines and thought it would be.
Uh-huh.
I thought that the figure you made was a square.
No, it won't be a square. That's not necessary. It will be a square. If I can take any value. Right. So the charged particle comes out at an angle of deviation 2 alpha. And second, we need to find how much time is taken to cross. Time taken to cross. किसी को समझ में ना आया हो ये 2 alpha, so please ask again. I'll explain. ये simple सी geometry, इसमें कुछ आपको नहीं करना है. Alpha vertically opposite. It is coming out alpha that we have calculated with the help of geometry. It is going at an angle alpha only. Exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. So that's how we got the value of time taken to cross. Right? बेटा ये टाइम टेकन कैसे निकालेंगे अब थोड़ा दिमाग लगाओ. This out of this whole circle, how much portion this arc is making at the center? Formula tha theta by 2 pi into 2 pi m by qb. What is the total time taken? उसके लिए हमें थीटा निकालना पड़ेगा. In terms of alpha, how much is the theta? 90 minus alpha. 90 minus alpha. What is the value of theta then? 2 alpha. Theta is 2 alpha.
So how is it 2 alpha?
ये 90 minus alpha, 90 minus alpha. The sum of all three angles
Oh,
of
so it's
a
a triangle.
is
Yes, sir.
180. So 180 minus 2 alpha is the summation of the rest two angles. So third angle has to be 2 alpha only. And so 2 alpha divided by 2 pi times 2 pi m by qb. That is the time taken to come out of this magnetic field. If this particle
Sir, I have a
would have-
question.
Yes, Bharat. Yes,
Can't we cancel the 2 pi and 2 pi?
you can cancel, yaar. I am just presenting it in a way so that you can just understand it how it is changing. It's changing in the ratio of the length. Total angle is 2 pi. Total angle is 2 pi. The angle that it has covered is only 2 alpha. Right? So Bharat, that's a simple math. You can cancel obviously 2 pi in numerator, 2 pi in denominator. You can.
Okay, but so given that it hasn't been cancelled for so long, that's why I was asking. Are
It
we
has
allowed
not
to
been
do that?
cancelled for so long so that you can relate. This is the total time period. As the arc length is theta by 2 pi of the whole fraction, same will be the time period. Because the speed is constant, time taken will be changed as per the ratio of the speed. Done? Okay, perfect. If suppose the same charge is negative, if the same charge would have been negative. Are there any doubt in this last one, last example?
No, sir.
Okay. Now a negative charge is entering in with an angle alpha from the magnetic field boundary. You have to figure out the angle of deviation. Speed with which it entered is v. For a negative charge, what will change?
So it will go
What will
downward.
change for negative charge? Renee,
Yes, sir.
what will be the difference if the charge is negative instead of positive?
The direction of force will be different.
The direction of force will be opposite, right? So if it would have gone anti-clockwise in the positive charge case, it will be clockwise. It will be clockwise here. So the portion of circle that was not covered last time, that portion will be covered by this charged particle. It will come out with the same speed. And again, by geometry, you can check and confirm that it will again come out at an angle alpha only with respect to the boundary. Since now the force is perpendicular to the velocity, it is toward the center. Done? Bharat?
Yes.
Very nice. You got this. Why it is covering the remaining portion? Because the direction of force is
Yes.
zero. Direction of force was initially perpendicularly upwards. Upwards. Now it is coming in the opposite direction. As a result, it will be covering the remaining portion. So, Arnav, what will be the angle of deviation now? What is the angle of deviation now?
1 second.
Simple geometry, I mean math question. Yeah. What is the angle of deviation now? Angle of deviation. Anyone? What's the angle of deviation? Suzanne? There?
Pi minus 12.
Yes. How much?
Pi minus 2 alpha.
5 minus 2 alpha. This is the emergent direction. This was incident. So this whole angle will be called angle of deviation. And that will be 2 pi minus 2 alpha. Angle of deviation is 2 pi minus 12. ये बाहर वाला एंगल आएगा 2 अल्फा. Outside exterior angle is 2 alpha. So inside the angle will be total. This is 2 alpha. Incident direction से कितना turn हुआ है? This has turned by an angle of 2 pi minus 2 alpha. How much time will it take to cross? How much time will it take to cross this magnetic field region? Divyanshi, how much time will it take? So we can find out that angle, total angle that has covered at the center. Accordingly, we will find out time taken to cross is theta by 2 pi of total time period. What is the value of theta? Bharat, again, I am not this cancelling out this 2 pi in numerator and denominator. For this
Sir,
purpose only.
Sir, I've understood.
Understood. Very good. So what is the value of theta now in terms of alpha? How much is that angle?
theta is 2 alpha.
Theta is not 2 alpha. This angle is theta, the one that has made it the center of the arc.
So the 360 minus alpha, 2 alpha.
2 pi minus 2 alpha, correct? Yes, it will be 2 pi minus 2 alpha divided by 2 pi times 2 pi m by q. And similarly, there are many other possible cases, but all the standard cases, charged particle entered parallel, perpendicular to magnetic field, perpendicular to the boundary, when the region is large enough, when the region is very small, entered at an angle alpha with the boundary, what is the angle of deviation and what is the time taken to cross. Okay, एक बार revise करेंगे आप. If there is doubt, we can discuss in the next class, tomorrow's class, right? Okay. So next, हम कर रहे थे path of charged particle, motion of charged particle. First case was अगर charged particle magnetic field के parallel आता है, it goes in a straight line. This we have already done last class. When charged particle enter perpendicularly, it moves a circular path. Third case, when charged particle enters at an angle theta to the magnetic field. When charged particle enters at an angle with magnetic field. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के साथ अगर किसी एंगल पे एंटर करता है देन so magnetic field is this uniform magnetic field towards right. Magnetic field is uniform constant and a charged particle entered with velocity v at an angle theta with magnetic field. Take the component v cos theta and v sin theta. इसमें से कौन सा वाले कंपोनेंट की वजह से फोर्स लगता है? तो ये है थर्ड केस. न्यूमेरिक वाले में फर्स्ट was when it enters parallel to magnetic field. Second, when it enters perpendicular to magnetic field. Third, when it enters at an angle theta, where theta is not 0 and not 90. So force लगेगा केवल v sin theta की वजह से और किधर लगेगा? What will be the direction of that force because of v sin theta? Yes. What is the direction of force due to v sin theta component? What is the direction of force due to v sin theta component?
into the plane.
Into the plane. So it starts going into the plane. अगर ये केवल v sin theta होता तो सर्कल बना के वहीं पे आ जाता, but because there is one more component v cos theta, तो सर्कल तो बनाएगा, but v cos theta की वजह से थोड़ा सा हर बार आगे की तरफ मूव कर जाएगा. It is moving on a circle but cannot join the same circle back since it has one velocity component left, due to which it will be moving along the magnetic field direction. v sin theta की वजह से it is moving on a circular path, यानी अगर आप साइड से देखोगे इसका क्रॉस सेक्शन, that cross section is circular only, and that is because of the perpendicular component v sin theta, and this component, the other component v cos theta is causing a motion along the magnetic field or parallel to the magnetic field direction. So इसमें circular motion जो हो रहा है, that is, this path is called helical path. It is like a spring kind of shape, helical path. Now this shape is called helix. So इस helix का जो cross section है, that is circular, और उस सर्कल के ऊपर जो perpendicular velocity है इस particle की, only that velocity will be taken, mv perpendicular by qv. So that perpendicular velocity is v sin theta. एक रोटेशन करने में जो टाइम लगता है, that does not depend upon speed, चाहे वो v हो या वो v sin theta हो. The time period still will be 2 pi m by qb. एक टाइम पीरियड में ये चार्ज पार्टिकल जितना आगे मूव कर जाता है, the plane of that circle will move by a distance p, and that p is called pitch. Pitch is called the distance covered by the along the magnetic field in one time period. Distance covered in the direction of magnetic field, और हर बार ये सेम ही होगा, in the direction of magnetic field in one rotation. एक रोटेशन में जो टाइम लगेगा वो उसका कितना टाइम है? That will be v cos theta velocity into time, because there is no force in the parallel direction. एक टाइम पीरियड में it will rotate by this distance v cos theta into 2 pi m by qb. So this is the helical path. How many paths are possible? First was straight line, when particle moves parallel to magnetic field. Second was circle, when particle enters perpendicularly. Third is helical, when the charged particle moves at an angle theta. इसको हम बोलते हैं helical path with uniform pitch. Uniform का मतलब कि हर बार distance same ही होगी. This distance will be same every time. Okay, so path of the charged particle, all the cases we have done, almost all the cases. Standard cases जिन पे questions आ चुके हैं JEE में या board में, I've covered all of them. इसके बाद जो cases है उसमें when there is both electric as well as magnetic field applied, then what will be the motion of that charged particle? Very nice. ठीक है? So that's it for today. Any doubt you can ask in the next class and solve the questions. हमने almost 60% of this chapter we have done. Next class we will see the motion or force on the current carrying bar. Are they understood everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tomorrow's class we will solve questions, so you can join tomorrow class also as a doubt class. We want to see the numerical questions, how we do it. Okay then, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.